First of all, what you're looking at here, and this is the new part, this yellow area, that is a tropical storm watch for the coastal communities of the Bay Area. Now, I just got off the phone with the Weather Service in Ruskin, and they actually have to physically issue the watch for the rest of the area, which they are going to do. So, once they issue it, the entire Bay Area will be under a tropical storm watch, with the exception of Sumter, Polk, and Highlands, which are already under tropical storm warnings. Now, that does not mean that our forecast has changed whatsoever, because truthfully, it hasn't. The track is now coming much closer to the coast, which is what we've been saying now for the past couple of days. So the numbers that we've been giving you over the last 48 hours pretty much are the same. If you live in Polk County or Highlands County or Sumter County, you can expect winds of about 55 to 65 miles an hour. That is the kind of thing late tomorrow night into Friday morning that you could see some damage. Some trees can come down. Now, nothing close to what's going to go on over the East Coast, but it is still a possibility. But remember, those are warnings. The reason that this watch was just issued for our entire area is because the Hurricane Center nudged the track right along the coast of Florida. But that should come as no surprise, because that's really what the models have been saying. That's what our forecasts have been showing. So how that impacts you should not make any change whatsoever. This is kind of a, you know what, let's say it goes a little more to the west, then maybe part of the Bay Area might have more to worry about. That is not the forecast. I don't believe it will be the forecast, but it is a better safe than sorry, just in case Matthew decides to misbehave and go a little bit more to the west than expected. Now, we've got a lot to talk about here, so I'm going to go a little long here. This is a look at what's going on here with the storm. Clearly, it is now trying to get better organized now, back up to winds of 120 miles an hour. This is what you want to see. This is the forecast track, okay? Winds of 130 through the Bahamas. Now, I want you to see this. This is a close-up version. This track pretty much goes right over the Cape, which is exactly what the GFS and Euro have been saying for the last 36 hours. This is what we've been talking about. So this track is going to bring significant damage to the east coast of Florida. Probably damage unlike they have seen on the east coast of Florida in a long time, and maybe ever, from Jacksonville down to St. Augustine. This is the real deal. I'll say it again. I said it yesterday. If you have anyone in the path of this storm from Melbourne to Jacksonville, college students, Bethune-Cookman, North Florida, Flagler College, you don't want them over there. It is going to be an ugly situation. So I'm telling you now, if you, and in 30 years of doing weather, I have never suggested this, but this is a storm that I think a lot of folks across northern Florida aren't taking nearly as seriously as they should. This is the real deal. For us, no changes. It's going to be windy. We're going to see some gusty winds. Polk County could be a little nasty late tomorrow night into Friday. But in terms of this track, and this is just one model which tries to keep it a little bit offshore, we're talking about a hurricane where that center will likely go right over the Cape, over Merritt Island, up through Melbourne, Daytona, Flagler, St. Augustine, Jacksonville. Areas that have never seen hurricanes like this before. So this is unprecedented in terms of weather history, certainly with the state of Florida. Probability of tropical storm force winds, obviously, in our area, still on the low side. Look at the yellow. This means there's about a 30 to 40% chance of tropical storm force winds from Tampa over to the coast. I think that's about right. Those numbers in Polk County are closer to 60 to 70, maybe to 80. I think that's about right. So again, if you live in Polk County, if you live in Highlands County, and if you live in Sumter County, this track is going to have a bigger impact on you than it would out to the west. Now, there's a lot of talk about a loop, and I'm not even going to get into that right now. We have bigger fish to fry, which is the current track of a major hurricane hitting Florida by late tomorrow night into Friday morning. Rain, a major issue on the East Coast. It will not be a major issue for our area. So again, one last time, let me go over the latest. Tropical storm watches in effect in the yellow areas, and this will be filled in by the Weather Service. Tropical storm warnings from Polk County, Highlands County, and Sumter County, meaning winds in those areas in the orange between 55 and 65 miles an hour on Friday morning, even late tomorrow night, and the possibility of some higher winds along the coast. But the closer you are to the beach, the less those chances are going to be an issue. Now,